Today we're delving into the intriguing world of art where every brushstroke and detail can carry a deeper meaning. We shall unveil the hidden stories and symbolism behind some of history's most renowned artworks. Our journey begins with perhaps the most famous painting in the world, the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa is one of the most iconic paintings in the world. It was created by artist Leonardo da Vinci. The painting is currently housed in the Louvre Museum in Paris, France. As for hidden meanings in the painting, one includes reports that the Mona Lisa appears to have tiny letters and numbers in her eyes, which are only apparent when viewed with a magnifying glass, and that the model was Leonardo's male apprentice, Gian Giacomo Caprotti, and that the letters were clues to his identity. There are speculations that the Mona Lisa might actually be a self-portrait of Leonardo da Vinci, who could have inserted his own likeness into the painting. Some art historians have compared the facial features of the subject to known self-portraits of da Vinci and noted similarities. Now we travel to rural America with American Gothic, a famous painting created by American artist Grant Wood in 1930. The painting portrays a stern-looking farmer and his daughter standing in front of a simple rural house with a distinctive Gothic-style window. The painting is often interpreted as a depiction of rural American life during the Great Depression, and it has become an iconic image of American art. Wood intended the painting as a satirical commentary on the conservative, traditional values he saw in small-town America. The painting was created during a time of economic hardship and social change, and Wood aimed to capture the starkness and resilience of rural life, but also to poke fun at the perceived rigidity and narrow-mindedness of certain aspects of rural culture. Today there are so many parodies like these with their own meanings. Overall, this painting is not hidden as you think. Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night has captivated art lovers for generations. Vincent van Gogh struggled with mental health issues throughout his life, including periods of intense depression and anxiety. Some art historians believe that the Starry Night is a reflection of his emotional turmoil. The swirling sky and the dynamic brushwork might be seen as a visual representation of his inner emotional state, expressing his feelings of turbulence and inner conflict. Some interpretations view the painting as a dreamlike or hallucinatory scene, perhaps influenced by Van Gogh's mental state. The vivid and distorted colors, as well as the swirling forms, might represent a dream world that exists beyond the boundaries of reality. Next we have Edvard Munch's The Scream, an iconic expression of anxiety and existential dread. Munch was known to have experienced synesthesia, a phenomenon in which sensory experiences are intertwined. The painting's intense colors and swirling patterns could be a visual representation of the overwhelming sensory experiences associated with synesthesia. Others also believe the scream is a reaction to the industrialization and urbanization in the 19th century. The scream reflects a sense of alienation and unease in the face of these changes, as well as a feeling of disconnection from nature and a loss of traditional values. The Old Guitarist is a famous painting by the Spanish artist Pablo Picasso, created in 1903 during his Blue period. This painting depicts an emaciated old man hunched over his guitar, which he clutches with both hands. The Old Guitarist is often seen as a poignant representation of human suffering and the hardships of life. The figure's hunched posture and the gaunt, skeletal appearance suggest poverty and vulnerability. The blue color palette further enhances the sense of sadness and desolation. Some interpretations suggest that the figure's pose resembles that of traditional religious depictions of Christ's crucifixion, linking the suffering of the old man to themes of sacrifice and salvation. Next is Sandro Botticelli's The Birth of Venus, a celebration of love, beauty, and mythology. The painting depicts the goddess Venus, who emerges from the sea on a seashell, surrounded by symbolic figures and imagery. It's considered a masterpiece of Renaissance art and a prime example of Botticelli's skill in capturing both classical beauty and allegorical meaning. The painting draws from classical mythology, depicting the goddess Venus, also known as Aphrodite in Greek mythology, as she is born from the sea foam after the castration of Uranus by his son Cronus. The use of classical mythology reflects the Renaissance fascination with reviving and celebrating ancient Greek and Roman culture. The painting reflects the influence of humanism and Neoplatonism, philosophical and cultural movements of the Renaissance. Pablo Picasso's Guernica is a powerful statement against the horrors of war. Guernica is a monumental painting created by the Spanish artist Pablo Picasso in 1937. The painting is named after the town of Guernica in the Basque country of Spain, which was bombed by German and Italian air forces during the Spanish Civil War. Picasso's artwork serves as a powerful response to the horrors of war and the suffering inflicted upon innocent civilians. Guernica is known for its dramatic and emotionally charged imagery, characterized by distorted and anguished figures, animals, and buildings. While there may not be hidden meanings in the traditional sense, the painting is rich with symbolism and layers of interpretation. The most prominent and widely recognized meaning of Guernica is its condemnation of war and its devastating impact on civilian populations. The chaotic and fragmented composition mirrors the chaos of war and the suffering of the innocent. The anguished figures and animals reflect the pain and trauma experienced by those caught in the violence. The distorted figures and animals in the painting evoke a sense of horror and anguish. The fragmented forms and distorted features convey the physical and psychological pain experienced by the victims of war, particularly the bombing of Guernica. Leading the People is a famous painting created by the French Romantic artist Eugène Delacroix in 1830. The painting commemorates the July Revolution of that year, during which the people of France rose against the Bourbon monarchy and eventually led to the overthrow of Charles X. The painting depicts allegorical and historical elements, and it's considered a powerful representation of liberty, revolution, and national identity. The central figure in the painting is liberty personified as a woman, often referred to as Mary Anne, a symbol of the French Republic. The presence of a fallen fighter and the depiction of a young boy holding two pistols suggests sacrifice and the involvement of people from all walks of life in the revolution. This emphasizes the courage and heroism of ordinary individuals in times of crisis. Liberty Leading the People captures a pivotal moment in French history and reflects the French people's strong attachment to concepts of freedom, equality, and fraternity. The Persistence of Memory is actually a famous painting by the surrealist artist Salvador Dalí. The melting and drooping watches are often interpreted as a representation of the fluidity of time and its subjectivity. The image suggests that time can be distorted and manipulated, reflecting Dalí's interest in the relativity of time and space. The painting's dreamlike quality and bizarre juxtapositions are characteristic of surrealism, an art movement that sought to express the unconscious mind. The painting can be seen as an exploration of the dream world and the subconscious, where familiar objects take on unexpected and distorted forms. The persistence of memory can be seen as a visual representation of the dream logic and the irrational aspects of the human psyche. The painting's themes of distorted time and space could be influenced by Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, which was gaining popularity around the time Dalí created the artwork. The Last Supper, by Leonardo da Vinci, is one of the most iconic and studied paintings in the history of art. The masterpiece depicts the final meal that Jesus Christ shared with his 12 disciples before his crucifixion, as described in the New Testament of the Bible. The painting is known for its complex composition, meticulous details, and the emotional expressions of the figures. The composition creates a sense of depth, as if the room extends beyond the canvas. The arrangement of the figures creates a series of triangles, with Christ at the center forming the apex of a pyramid. This geometric structure not only adds balance and harmony to the composition but also holds symbolic significance, representing the Holy Trinity. The painting's themes of betrayal, sacrifice, and devotion continue to resonate with audiences, making it a timeless masterpiece that prompts contemplation and discussion about faith, art, and the human experience. And that brings us to the end of today's incredible journey. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining the adventure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay updated on all our upcoming content.